Through your various means and travels, you find yourselves on the island of Port Orsenburg, a major exporter for coal in the region due to its mine. The mine itself is an 8-mile journey from the port city, and recently the shipments have come under attack on the road, likely from the indigenous orcs and goblinoid races. And the magistrate of the port, Phelan O'Meara, has offered a reward of 1,000 gold per person to any who would take part in an ambush. Now you wait, traveling at a lethargic pace down the rutted, jarring road in the back of coal transport wagons. This trail winds through a heavily forested section of the island, boasting large pine predominantly among the meridian of trees and foliage. With sun high in the sky of midday spring, you are surrounded by the sounds of the forest, awaiting ambush. Inevitably, the attack comes. The party manages to make short work of the first wave of orcs and goblins. Confident in their victory, they feel this will be the easiest 1,000 gold they have ever made.
A massive 15-foot orc bursts forth from the tree line. Hey boys, looks like we got us a fight. Don't worry, Captain's here. Then, sailing through the sky, covered in arcs of lightning, wielding a massive maul. A woman that you can only describe as a muscle mommy. Flies through them, slamming into the ground and knocking the orcs back with a wave of thunder.
With all combatants fell, the woman introduces herself as Emerald. The threat vanquished, and contract fulfilled, the party returns to the port city. Returning triumphant, the party is eager to collect their reward, meeting with the magistrate at the docks as planned. Unfortunately, despite the silver tongue of Malice, Magistrate O'Meara would not be dissuaded from his plan of betrayal. With the push of a button, 4 large automatons bearing sigils of the Trinity attack. With resistance to magic and the ability to redirect spells, the battle is pitched. With the party on the back foot, the automatons simply deactivate.
Suddenly, in the midst of battle, a voice rings out. The Lord shall set upon thee cursing, vexation, a rebuke in all that thou hast settled thine hand unto and for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. A tall, broad-shouldered man in an open cassock, maroon shirt with a clerical collar, appears on the rooftops overhead. His rounded glasses do little to obscure his eyes, the irises glowing with divine energy around his thin, feline pupils. His cropped ashen hair blowing in the wind. A wide, wicked smile amplified by the scars on his jaw.
I am Alexander Wesker, Judge, leader of Uri Devente. I have been long tracking a dangerous creature, a Sabolis, better known as a Hellspawn, born from the Devil's own seed. I have tracked them to this island. I speak to you now, devil. Come forth and turn yourself in. Face the Father's judgment, lest I purge this whole island. Well, in that case, ride the Vente.
New figures appear among the rooftops. A dark, menacing hooded man. A tall, lithe man wielding a massive scythe. And a beautiful woman in dark armor with equally dark feathered wings.
Who are we?
The necessary evil!
Why are we necessary?
To purge the world of evil, what's the man?
And why are we, God's chosen few, ordained to undertake this unholy task?
Because no one else will!
And because it's fucking fun! Amen!
He dives from the rooftop, brandishing an intricate silver sword. Emerald leaps to meet him, lightning dancing and crackling all over her body and hammer. Still smiling, Judgment reacts faster than your eyes can track, intercepting her with a palm strike to the abdomen. She is knocked 50 feet back, prone on the ground. Roll for initiative.
A one-sided battle commences. The party is barely able to hang on as Judgment demonstrates the power of a Prefectus backed by his Inquisition, moving faster than the eye can perceive, seemingly immune to charms, and hitting like a freight. The demise of the party seems all but a certainty.
Now to swat this gnat. Judgment focuses his attention on Emerald before raising his hand, divine light gathering his palm. He fires a beam of radiant light in her direction. When the light fades, there's a figure who has imposed himself between them, standing directly in front of Emerald. He is a tall, lean drow with purple eyes and long white hair. He wears intricate silver armor with gold inlays. In one hand, he wields a menacing silver mace. On his opposing arm, he boasts a finely crafted shield, now covered in a massive magical rune encompassing his entire body. He looks at Judgment with annoyance. Yeah, no. He turns his attention to Emerald. Time to get up, darling. He slaps her on the ass, conveying healing magic to her. Emerald stirs, slowly rising to her feet and regards the newcomer. Husband? I nearly had him. Ah, yes. I see him quaking in fear. I can't let you go anywhere alone. Always getting into trouble. She sticks her tongue out at him and hefts her hammer. Guterjäger, it's about time we show these zealots who we are. A man appears on the aft of the boat. Holding a cane in the air as he strikes a flamboyant pose, showing his profile in a black top hat, a dress jacket with a split, pointed tail, and tight, dark pants. He taps his cane to the ground and a band of lesser demons appears around him, instruments in hand. His hair, tufts of dark-dyed black, stubble on his face to contrast his pale skin, and dark makeup under his eyes.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the...
He gestures, and room is alight on the ship, amplifying his power. With his borrowed power, he performs a casting of mass resurrection. With another gesture, he casts Mass Cure Wounds. He tosses his cane to the air. As he catches it, it becomes a strange, six-stringed instrument. He is now garbed in a black button-down shirt and a red tie. Root of Goliath comes jumping from the ship.
So we come these renegades in the ring.
As he screams a battle cry of bloodlust.
Get found and we crown him the circus king. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's running on, shining, anything that you know. Just surrender, cause you're coming and you wanna go where it's coming.
A lizard folk, dressed in the traditional garb of a monk, performs a feat of great acrobatic prowess as he springs forth from the vessel, joining the battle. A small Haragon springs forth from the boat, sailing through the air and throwing orbs towards the Inquisition. As they land, they alight with a purple energy before detonating. Some of them throwing shrapnel, others glitter.
Other lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
Emerald joins the bard and his band on the boat.
Walls can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
Judgment and the Inquisitors look on with stunned expressions. So that happened. What exactly? The bard strums his instrument. And the runes surge again. A massive arc of purple and crimson energy takes Judgment in the chest, knocking him bodily through the wall of a nearby building. Right, he says, climbing out. I'm gonna kill every last one of you.
Despite the timely intervention of the pirate crew, the tide of battle inexorably turns back to the favor of the Inquisition, until it seems Judgment tires of playing games.
All right. Enough fun, Judgment says. Time to end this. He reaches a hand to the sky. A 20-foot pillar of fire jets out. Bigger! 50 feet. Bigger! 200 feet. Bigger! 800-foot height and 500-foot width. This reckoning reaches towards the heavens itself. Its brutality undeniable. In the name of the Father, I invoke Exterminatus! You see the pillar descend on you in an arc of divine flame. Feel the heat of judgment crashing down to claim your body and soul. As it bears close enough for you to see your end reflected in the flames, a barrier of purple energy springs forth, swallowing the vortex. You see that a man has appeared amongst you, seemingly out of nowhere. Dark-skinned, with a white beard matching his dreadlocks under a purple tricorn hat and a matching purple pennycoat over a white shirt. Now, Al, you weren't fucking with me boys, were ye? 'Cause nobody fucks with me boys. Mirnjager, you're interfering with divine... A wave of purple energy emits. Judgment and the other Inquisitors freeze in place. I'll be with you in a minute, Al. Alright, you lot. Anybody that don't want to die here in fire and brimstone, get on my boat.
All members of the party enthusiastically decide to board the pirate captain's ship.
Right then, bards! A group of bards gather on the deck, human and satyr among their number. Mirnjager waves his hand. Runes light, teleporting the ship hundreds of meters out to sea as he shouts. Play my fucking song!
The cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm, no man. The cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore.
Purple energy courses up his arms, solidifying into purple cutlasses of glowing runic energy. Judgment breaks free of the spell, moving faster than sight to strike out at Mirnjager. A purple blade moves to intercept, its wielder not even looking at the attack. Within a second, all Inquisitors converge on him.
For treasure, a tale of destiny.
The fight is a whirlwind of blows, parries, and spells, its intensity splintering and sinking the docks as the surrounding buildings crack and crumble. One by one, the Inquisitors are laid out, their forms unmoving. A beaten and bloody Judgment pulls out the orb, shattering it to the ground, as Mirnjager summons a massive 50-foot fist of purple energy, striking Judgment, sending him careening into the sunset. The magic escapes the orb, and the titanic guardian of the city rises to its full 800-foot height, moving for Mirnjager, a swath of destruction cut in its wake. Even with the distance, you hear a distinct "Yah-ha-ha!"
Through skill and dedication, a legend will be.
As Mirnjager's form rises in the air to meet the threat. He is caught by a massive fist sent careening into nearby buildings. Within seconds, you see flashes of purple energy all over the Titan. Mirnjager's form appearing and disappearing. The Titan's swatting perceives the threat. The form of Mirnjager appears partway between the Titan and the ship you are on. A massive purple fist rivaling the Titan's at his side. The elbow sweeps the deck with a gale force wings that passes overhead, winding punch. The runic fist is met with the Titans in a deafening clap. The massive shockwave sends the boat careening out to sea as crackling purple energy climbs the Titan's arm into its chest for erupting the Titan. Its arm, head, and half its torso blowing away. Its lifeless form falls back, crashing, leaving the city naught but rubble. You see Mirnjager's form rocketing backward from the force of the conflict. A purple rune appears behind him, as an identical one appears on the deck of the ship. He comes flying through the rune, sprawling in a head-over-heels tumble, impacting the cabin with a thunderous crack. He slowly rises, his broken nose pointed to the side, a bloody, rapturous smile adorning his face. He sets his nose with a pop, grabbing a bottle of whiskey from the barrel, uncorking it with his teeth. Helmsman, bring me that horizon.